who have joined us here this afternoon, the clergy who have prayed for us, the Minister of Roads, regional ministers, members of parliament, district chief executives, heads of security services, management and staff of the Ministry of Roads and Highways, contractors, and your staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media. I want to begin by adding my voice to that of the regional minister to express our regrets to the Gulina for the break of protocol. We were supposed to have called on him in his palace and paid our respects before coming to this program. Unfortunately, a delay in Accra meant that we took off later than we had expected. And so we got here behind schedule. And because the Wa airport does not yet have runway lights, it means we must take off at a certain time. Incidentally, from here, we lost our chairman, Alhaji Malik. And so I have to go and greet the funeral before we go to the airport and take off. So time is not our best friend, but I know Gulina is our elder brother, and he's a comrade of the revolution, so he knows that sometimes in revolutions these are the things that happen. But I want to thank him for his patience. Let me also pay my respects to a man I just met here, whom I call my uncle, and that is Wadir Ganem. This is a great man, and he deserves a national honor from Ghana. He has dedicated all his life to living and working in Ghana. From when I was a young man, he's of my father's generation. And from when I was a young man, he built most of the roads that we know about that we're coming to do again under the big push. He has paid his dues to Ghana, and I just want to say God bless him, continue to give him long life and good health. I'm happy to know that his sons have taken over from him and are continuing to work in the road construction area. If you drive along many of the roads in the savannah and you see a dam, it is Wadir Ganem's work. Anywhere he sees a stream, he raises the road and raises the culverts so that it can create a drinking water area for dry season gardening and for cattle watering. I want to pay respects to him on behalf of the government and people of Ghana. In Gulina's speech, he spoke about tractor services. I wish to assure him that the promise we made for the setting up of farmer service centers is about to be fulfilled. We have identified 50 sites across the country in the food growing areas where we're going to set up these farmer service centers. Each farmer service center would have tractors, combine harvesters, maize shellers, plows, harrows, tractor trailers, and all the machinery and equipment that you need for farming. The Minister of Finance is going to read his budget, and in next year's budget, he's made provision for the first 11 of the farmer service centers to begin. And so our farmers will get the support they need. In addition, provision has been made for the establishment of irrigation sites so that we can do all year round gardening. One of the major problems with food security in Ghana is that we have a single farming season. And so we prepare the land before the rains open up. And after the rains are gone, we have to sit again for another 6 months until the next year's rain comes. It is not the same in other countries. In many countries, when they harvest, they are planting again. When they harvest, they are planting again. That is the kind of agriculture we want to encourage in Ghana. And so we're going to invest in irrigation sites, and we expect our farmers to take advantage of it so that they can do all year farming rather than waiting for a single rainy season to bring them rain. Na Sedu Brahma my brothers and sisters, the minister also commented on the issue of overloading. If you see some of the roads we did in 2016, even the Wa Township roads, I remember we asphalted most of them. If you go, you'll find that most of the asphalt has been pushed aside and it's become mountains on the road. And that's just because a few transporters want to take advantage and make as much money as possible. As I said, in Central Region, Burkina Faso has instituted a new weight restriction. And so what our people do is they load one truck here, overload it 120 tons, and then they get to the border and they offload the goods into 3 different trucks before they can enter Burkina Faso. If Burkina Faso wants good roads, we also want good roads. So we're not going to allow you to take one truck and go and offload into 3. So I'm serving notice. We will have stakeholder engagements with all the people in the transport sector. And when we start implementing our weight restrictions, we hope that everybody will comply so that these roads that we're doing will not fail in the next 2 to 3 years. I also want to assure the regional minister and all the people of Upper West that we have arranged this road construction in such a way that we don't have one contractor having too long a stretch of the road. Often that's the mistake that is done. And so the work is so slow, and so they are not able to finish on time. With this project, we have divided the road into lots. And so there are about 3 or 4 contractors working on the same stretch of road. And so they will be able to finish faster. And if there are 4 of you working on a road, if you are not pulling your weight, everybody will see that your construction is not going properly. And so I can assure you, we've made all those roads, we're giving them 24 months to finish. But all the contractors are assuring me that they'll finish before the end of 24 months. Because I've told them that if you finish, then we'll give you another one. So if you finish and you finish properly, you can come and ask for another one. So if you spend 3 years on your road, it's Iyalana. And so I'm sure that they will finish quickly. And what we've done is we have pre-qualified the contractors and made sure that we brought some of the best contractors here to the Upper West region. And so I can assure you that they're going to do a very good quality job. By the time we come here within the next 2 years to come and commission the roads, I can assure you that Upper West will see some of the biggest revolutionary changes in the road network than it has ever seen in the history of Ghana. So today we gather in Wa to make history. This is not just another sword-cutting event, it is a solemn reaffirmation of our collective resolve to restore fairness, equity, and dignity to every part of our nation. For decades, our brothers and sisters in the northern part of Ghana have endured the pain of neglect marked by broken promises, delayed projects, and missed opportunities. But today that narrative is going to change. Under this administration, we're not here to make speeches. We're here to make progress, and we're here to deliver on our word. The Big Push infrastructure program we're launching today marks a decisive step forward. It is a bold new chapter in Ghana's journey towards balanced development. It is our commitment to ensuring that no region, no community, or citizen is left behind. The Big Push is not a slogan, it is a national transformation blueprint, a coordinated program to modernize our infrastructure, to expand opportunities, and generate thousands of decent, sustainable jobs for our young people. We're laying the foundation for a new Ghana, a country that works round the clock 24/7, supported by efficient roads, modern markets, logistics, reliable energy, and strong, accountable institutions. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the backbone of our 24-hour economy initiative. That is an economy that never sleeps. one that enables farmers to move their produce even at night, industries to operate multiple shifts, and markets to do business beyond daylight hours. When we speak of 24-hour economy, this is what we mean: an inclusive, modern economy powered by infrastructure, logistics, and connectivity. And that journey begins here in Wa. The big push projects for the Upper West and Upper East regions will transform the entire northern transport corridor. We're constructing and upgrading over 260 kilometers of roads in Upper West alone. Strategic roads linking Wa-Han-Tumu-Navrongo, Wa-Lora to Hamile. These are all vital arteries that sustain agriculture, trade, education, and healthcare across the north. For far too long, these roads have been in deplorable condition. Farmers have struggled to transport their produce, traders have lost goods to bad roads, children have endured unsafe and lengthy commutes to school, and armed robbers have had a field day attacking our mothers coming from market. Today, I stand in Guli to say enough is enough. Every Ghanaian, whether in Wa or Accra, Navrongo or Kumasi, deserves the same quality of roads and the same dignity of access. Equity in infrastructure is not a privilege, but it's a right. And so under this phase, we shall undertake the upgrading and rehabilitation of more than 260 kilometers of roads in the Upper West region. This will include dualization of the Wa-UDS City Center Road to decongest and beautify the regional capital. So from the roundabout where the fire service is, we're going to dualize that road all the way to the UDS campus. We'll carry out bridge works over the Kanyigbe and Bechiluhu rivers for year-round access. Modern drainage and culvert systems will be put in place to mitigate flooding. Safety features including signage, lighting, and pedestrian crossings will be constructed. These are not cosmetic interventions, they are durable engineered solutions designed for sustainability and safety. When completed, as the minister told you, travel time between Wa and Tumu will be reduced from 4 hours to less than 2.5 hours. We expect that transport costs will drop, accident rates will decline, and over 800,000 people will benefit directly, and another 1.5 million people will benefit indirectly through trade, education, and healthcare improvements. But let me spell out some of the roads that are going to see improvements under these 260 kilometers of roads. We have the Wa-Bulenga-Yala Road, the Wa-Han Road, the Tumu-Han-Lora Road, the Tumu-Hamile Road, the Tumu-Sicily-Navrongo Road, the Tumu-Chuchuluga-Navrongo Road, and the Navrongo-Tumu-Sandema Road. All these roads are going to see a major upgrade. Together, these roads are going to establish the first continuous asphalted corridor linking these areas in Upper West and connecting Ghana's northwest to Burkina Faso and the broader Sahel region. This will make northern Ghana a strategic hub under the African Continental Free Trade Area. These projects are about people, they are about livelihoods, they are about dignity and opportunity. In the course of the projects, we will create over 2,500 direct jobs for engineers, artisans, machine operators, welders, technicians, and there will be 7,000 indirect jobs for food vendors, suppliers, and service providers, like those who sell cement, those who sell fuel, and those other products. We're prioritizing local content, ensuring that the materials and services that are used for construction are sourced locally. Every cedi invested must circulate within our communities to stimulate local enterprise. The materials used must be the best quality. And as the minister said, we're going to make sure that every bitumen, every material that is used on this road is the right specification. When the NDC builds, we build with the people, and we build for the people, and we build by the people. Infrastructure must not only change landscapes by beautifying them, infrastructure must change lives. To our contractors and engineers, let me be clear, the day of poor construction, inflated claims, and abandoned projects are over. Ghana deserves better. You must deliver quality on schedule and within budget. The Ghanaian taxpayer must see value in every kilometer of road we construct. And as I've said everywhere, this year the finance minister put 13.8 billion cedis into the Big Push road construction. Next year, he is reserving 30.8 billion cedis for the Big Push road construction. And so payment is not going to be the problem. If a contractor is not working, it's not because he's not been paid. The Minister of Finance has guaranteed that once you raise your certificate and it is certified and inspected and you've done the road to specification, you receive your payment immediately. And so to our chiefs and our communities, I urge you to support the work, protect the materials, cooperate with the engineers, because these roads belong to you. They are being built for you, your children, and your great-grandchildren. The Big Push is not an isolated initiative. It is part of a grand national network. And so as we commission the Wa-Han-Tumu-Navrongo road and also the Wa-Lora-Hamile road, I wish to announce to you that just last week I cut the sword for the Winchi Bamboy Sola Wa road. So this Big Push, as I said, is not isolated. They are interconnected to every other part of the country. Once completed, this particular stretch will link the north to the middle belt and beyond to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and will anchor Ghana's position as a gateway for regional logistics and trade. This is how we build economic sovereignty, by strengthening domestic infrastructure and regional competitiveness. The Big Push is more than a developmental program. It is a philosophy of governance rooted in inclusion, fairness, and shared prosperity. Across Ghana, new roads, new bridges, hospitals, schools, and water system are being put in place again under this government. We're investing in people because people are the true wealth of our nation. Let us therefore unite government, contractors, traditional leaders, and communities to make this transformation a success. Let the Big Push drive the engines of growth, justice, and national unity, and let us prove once again that when the NDC says we'll build Ghana, we do not just speak, but we act. So long live the Upper West region, and because it is connecting Upper West to Upper East, I say long live the Upper East region too. Long live our beloved homeland, Ghana. I thank you.